Before I start this video, let me just say that I'm kind of a fan of Mr. Beast. And I say kind of a fan of Mr. Beast because I'm not entirely a fan of anybody except God and his prophets and messengers. Mr. Beast is a notoriously generous guy. We've seen his YouTube. We know how he is. We know how much he gives to the people, to the needy, and he tries to help. Regardless of it being just for clout or whatever reason people try to give it, and it might be even 100% true. Maybe that is his motive. It's just for clout that I'm doing these generous things. But still, he's helping people. That is the point. Stevewilldoit started off a long time ago on YouTube. Man been around since, the Vine days. Since David Dobrik, I think he kind of made him famous, I believe. And he's notoriously known for being generous as well, off and on camera. And he was just recently on Impulsive, and they had him on Impulsive. Logan Paul, the douchebag, everybody knows him. You guys know exactly who he is. And it makes you want to vomit when you think about him. I get it. Like I said, me too. And they had him on their podcast, Impulsive, and he was hammered. The man was drunk as shit. He was really, really intoxicated. And he wasn't on his best behavior. He wasn't being his best self at the time. And they still uploaded the footage. And I'm not sure if they decided to call Stevewilldoit and get his permission after the fact, if they can upload a video. And I get it, that's their platform and they have every right to do it because Stevewilldoit already agreed on being on the platform, and he possibly didn't even contact them and told them, listen, don't put the episode on the platform on YouTube. And if he had done it, who knows, maybe they would have never put it up. I'm not sure, I don't know. Maybe they would. I don't. Logan Paul, he was a real douchebag. Again, that's just type of shit. He's definitely a clout chaser. That's 100%. It's well known. Everybody knows it. And he's the biggest hater, especially to his own brother. So anyway, point being, yes, Stevewilldoit was on the podcast. And, they started talking back and forth as they do on podcasts. And he brought up Mr. Beast and said Mr. Beast is a fake.
I'm sorry to say it, your friend Jimmy is kind of a fake guy.
Why do you say that? We know Jimmy very well.
Because he doesn't care about people off camera. I'm going to say it right now.
And that Mr. Beast did not acknowledge him after Stevewilldoit lost his YouTube channel. Because as you know, Stevewilldoit lost his YouTube channel because he promoted a website, a gambling site. I think that's the case. And after that, he tried to reach Mr. Beast because apparently they were communicating before that. And Mr. Beast ghost him.
Because he doesn't care about people off camera. I'm going to say it right now.
He does. He does. Have you met him?
No. Have I met him? Mm-hmm. I've talked to him on YouTube, and while I was making my videos, and the second my shit got deleted, it just ghosts. It's not a real person.
So Stevewilldoit is on this podcast sharing his experience and his point of view and his opinion on Mr. Beast. And obviously Logan is that's his business partner. And here's the thing about that. I get it. That's your business partner. Why would you shit on Mr. Beast? Why would you shit on your own business partner and make him look bad when you guys have a product together that you're selling to the masses, to the public? So from his standpoint, obviously that's strategically wrong to do that. Like, it's not a right thing to do, by no means. But to allow Steve to share his view, and he said it right there. I get it, it's a podcast, there's a back and forth, but they could have continued to a different topic and forget all about it, but they decided to stay on the topic and frustrate Stevewilldoit. And Stevewilldoit, again, is hammered. This guy's not being his normal self. Or maybe he is. He's usually like that, I guess. And he obviously is I think he's he's definitely is partners with Happy Daddy, which is a beer. It's a beer brand. So he's probably getting like lifetime supply with that. Anyway, so it kind of gets from there a little bit intense and they're going back and forth. And again, Stevewilldoit is drunk as shit, and he's talking about fighting Logan Paul. And Logan Paul is like, trying to restrain himself, I feel like. But it got to a point where Stevewilldoit, I guess he said the N-word, at least that's the rumor.
Right.
I'll say
maybe
that
you were
word.
right with that. Yeah, maybe you were right with the end.
Me and Paul will
Wrestle.
We'll go yell.
drive around.
We'll go.
Yo, Steve, bro. All right, so look. I definitely have like a line. Yeah. I think you've reached a line.
Okay.
And so like I am gonna ask you to like chill a little bit. Okay. Well, not even just for my sake. I can handle the jokes, right?
Just no, it's okay. You're
just careful, because I told you I hit my line, right?
You're a professional. Man.
That's and bro, I go from nice guy to like.
Logan, I acknowledge it. I'm not.
Probably saying something like, "Yo, you're my ninja," you're my N-word. I don't want to say it anyway. So they bleep it out. He says the N-word, my ninjas, like we're gonna hang out or something like that. I guess I feel like, because that seems like the context of that, which you will see in a moment. And then Logan Paul says, "Stop right there, pal. You better not cross the line. Oh, I will slam your ass." Like it was back in the WWE. Like it felt like he's about to do a wrestling move on Stevewilldoit. Like he really got offended on behalf of the black community, I guess. I mean, it's clearly unauthentic. I mean, Jake Paul have said it like many times. I think he was caught a few times on video. He never said anything to him. But again, that's not even an attack on Jake Paul, because obviously the way he said it, in context, it has to mean something in context, bro. You can't, like, now I'm going to a political thing. Like, it's like the N-word is a word that exists, right? If you're attacking everybody that says it, it kind of seems racist, because you're attacking them for that, because of their color of their skin. They shouldn't say it because of their skin color. But then again, it's either nobody says it, which I would agree with, or everybody says it, and it should be taken in the context as it should be, like depending on the context that is said, and that's what I feel about it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like if a white person said it in a clearly in an attacking way, then that's the context. You know what I'm saying? If a white person says it in a different way, like he's rapping the lyrics, just repeating the words that he heard in the song, then, well, that's the context. Probably excited about it. He probably loves the song specifically because of the amount of that N-word is used in that song. I don't fucking know their motive. But anyway, I'm going way off. So Stevewilldoit did that, and Logan Paul acted offended and all fake and shit, clearly. And that was it. That was the podcast, and they decided to put it online. And it's like, these guys are insufferable. I don't know how else to describe these guys. It feels like they should have been stopped a long time ago, for sure. Stevewilldoit is well known that he has been, carelessly giving money out. And he also said something on the podcast where he said, the reason why I make money is because I give money away. And I heard this before, and it's so true. Honestly, I believe that. I wish I had money to give away so I could get money back, but I have none. Give me some, Mr. Beast, or Stevewilldoit, please, per favor. But still, he's well known for that. So he seems like a great guy. Everybody says he is. To try to humiliate him, because that's exactly what they tried to do. Try to bring him down. He's drunk. They should have stopped the podcast. It should have never happened in the first place. And I feel like Stevewilldoit got drunk on purpose so he can relax. I think he mentioned that before. I think I watched a video where he mentions that he does have, he gets anxious when he's in front of the camera or in front of other people. So he did that to relax and be able to talk freely, but it didn't turn out as he thought it would, I guess. But then again, there's no real issue I don't see, except that he's hammered in public view. I see that as a problem. But like as what he said in the interview, there really isn't a problem, except that Logan Paul decided to act offended to what he said at the end there, and that they also pressured him about Mr. Beast and try to basically take back his own opinion that he stated on the podcast. All right, bro, that's his opinion. That's the way he feels about Mr. Beast. That's his experience. And I feel like I can't agree with this. If Mr. Beast was talking to him before his YouTube channel was taken off the internet, but then decided not to speak to him afterwards, that's kind of fake. It is fake. Absolutely it is. It's wrong, I feel like. It's wrong. And then, again, who cares? At the end, who gives a crap about Mr. Beast and his relationship to Stevewilldoit? Because here's the thing. It's one-on-one person. If Mr. Stevewilldoit share that opinion and he stands by that opinion, that is an opinion. Why make a big deal out of it? I mean, Mr. Beast is loved by a lot of people. And he said what he said, and people were agreeing with, maybe that is the thing. I should have thought of this, because obviously people will side with Stevewilldoit and probably tarnish Mr. Beast's image because of that statement. I get it now. Honestly, it took me a while, but I get it now. So there had to be some pushback for sure from Logan Paul and Mike Mijlakis. So definitely, I 100% get it now. I should have thought of that. I'm so slow. My my thought process should be analyzed by that guy from Johnny Depp and Amber Heard court thing. This guy. Anyway, guys, do you think that Logan Paul should have not uploaded that video? Leave a comment down below. I think probably if Stevewilldoit called them and told them not to upload it, they wouldn't have. Or maybe I'm wrong, because again, he is with the evidence out there that Logan Paul is a piece of shit. There's no doubt to that. So who knows? Please give this a like, subscribe. Peace.